Rental payment history now included in Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's underwriting process. What up, you got Mr. Smith, 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and in this very brief video, I want to talk to you about rental payments being reported or actually being incorporated in the whole underwriting process as it relates to you getting your mortgage. That's a pretty big deal because in the recent years, rent reporters and companies like them have allowed people to get credit for paying their rent, and they have to go through a certain process just to get credit for it. However, now, even if they haven't gone through their process, it appears that they'll be able to get credit if they go through the Fannie Mae and the Freddie Mac's underwriting process. To me, that just makes sense. It makes sense that you making your own time payments for your rent over the course of however long you've been renting, you should get some form of credit to prove that you have been paying a certain amount to keep a roof over your head. That just makes sense. So let's go into the article just a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, let's see. For some reason, I'm not seeing the bar. Acting a little funny. So hopefully y'all can hear me. Hopefully I don't have to re-record this. But anyway, this is the site. The article came from Rent Reporters, and they say, did you know rent history is now included in mortgage loan approvals? The Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA, announced that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will both consider rent payment history as a part of its underwriting process so that buyers with limited credit histories can more easily obtain home loans. Future borrowers now have the benefit of a positive rental payment history being included in an underwriting decision, with acting director Sandra Thompson saying, for many households, rent is the single largest monthly expense. There is absolutely no reason timely payment of monthly housing expenses shouldn't be included in underwriting calculations. Pretty much what I just said. With this update, Fannie Mae is taking another step toward understanding how rental payments can be more broadly be included in the credit assessment, providing an additional opportunity for renters to achieve the dream of sustainable home ownership. Freddie Mac adjusted its desktop underwriter system to identify rent payments and mortgage applicants' bank records. This is notable because Desktop Underwriter is an automated system used by Freddie Mac and sometimes the FHA for mortgage and underwriting that calculates if a loan meets approval requirements. This means they have actually incorporated rental history into their automated business process to approve mortgages. What does Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac do? So Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are federal government-sponsored entities that are designed to stimulate home ownership, primarily for low to middle-income households. They do this by purchasing mortgages originated by other companies. So those other companies can originate additional mortgages. Nearly 50% of all mortgages issued in the United States are backed by the federal government. Now, make no mistake, even though this can be a win for different people who apply for mortgages, there's still benefit from it just by the fact that you're going into getting a mortgage loan. So make no mistake, I always question everything and look at both sides of the coin. But this will benefit some, and just kind of take what you get out of it, filter it to make sure it best benefits you. Now, in addition to that, if you need assistance with bettering your credit and all of those things, I got a free credit class available to you down below. Just click the link and get access to it so you can understand how the credit game works, so you can better yourself and better your credit and better your finances overall. Because the fact of the matter is, no matter what is taking place here, you still want to have an understanding of credit, cash flow, personal finances as a whole, so they're not taking advantage of you. Because many times banks and entities, they sweeten you up with a little something, but on the back end, they can take advantage of you. So you want to make sure you got as much negotiating room as possible, and that can be achieved with better credit. So they said, for example, if you apply for a $300,000 mortgage through Chase Bank, Chase will underwrite and issue the mortgage to you that will then pay back every month. Chase would then need to provide the cash to the purchaser purchase the home to whomever is selling it. Since you are only paying back a small amount of the $300,000 that you borrowed, Chase Bank will quickly run into cash flow problems when hundreds of thousands of people want to borrow money for their homes and will have to restrict the number of the mortgages they issue and likely charge significantly higher interest rates. But if the $300,000 mortgage is applied for met all Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac criteria, basically if it met all the criteria, one of those companies will purchase what's called the underlying mortgage security for $300,000 from Chase Bank in exchange for a small fee, providing Chase Bank with enough cash to lend to another borrower, which helps keep homes more affordable and interest rates low. So what does this mean for you? With the two largest government-sponsored backings of the mortgage now factoring in the rent payments into their decision, this provides more access to the home ownership for those with limited or no credit history to obtain a mortgage. The good news is that Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac will conduct their own investigation into rental history without additional burden and applicant for the mortgage backer. What's not known, however, is if this will add additional. Somebody what?
Somebody.
All right, so I'll be.
Good.
All right. You waving? We about to wrap up. We're about to go someplace. All right, you see the fellas, they ready. We about to go, to a basketball game. What does this mean for the future? There's a lot of different credit scoring models used for different things, for different reasons, by different companies. There are so many different models because over time the algorithms have been refined to take new factors into account on weight factors differently when it comes to your credit score. So you can read the article more in depth. It's still a lot more down there, but I just really wanted to point out the headline. And the headline states rental payment history now included in Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac's underwriting process. So if that's something you or your client or somebody that you know can take advantage of, then please do so. But also don't forget to grab the free credit class, and also make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody else who you feel may benefit. Salute to the kings that came in. Hope y'all are cool with it. Family Man just had a little time that I can come and record this particular segment while it was hot, fresh on my mind, fresh off the plate, so I can give it to you in advance. All right, that's all I got. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.